Listen, they walk through fire, bodies weary, spirits tested. But from the ashes, they rose brighter. Two women, two warriors, and two women, two warriors, two stories stitched with love. Scars don't chain us down, they're maps of battles won. We rise together, stronger than before, turning pain to power, opening the door. Voices like a lighthouse, shining through the storm. The strength of a woman is to rise and rise once more. The world whispered, too hard, too heavy. They answered back, watch us. Even when the pain tried to break them, they move the mountains with love. Oh, we rise together, stronger than before, turning pain to power, opening the door. Voices like a
Hi.
lighthouse.
Hello.
I was looking down at my deal and all of a sudden I heard, we're on. We're on. What's
I
up,
know.
everybody?
I know. I'm sorry. I was looking away too. I was looking at my phone. My mom, he just called me and I had to mute it because it was going. I was like, it's
Oh, I'm glad you said that. I just turned mine on Do Not Disturb because we know every day I get disturbed and cut off from everything that we're doing here. So,
I know.
welcome in, everybody, to another Warrior's Journey podcast. Today, we, of course, have a layered mixture: human rights, literacy, animals, global charities, even a little TV nostalgia, which I love.
I
So,
know.
get comfy. Y'all grab your water, settle in, blow your nose, which I need to do every 5 seconds today. And let us explore what today has to teach us, my loves. How are you
Man,
feeling today?
man, I tell you, and it's Wednesday.
Mm,
It's hump day. We are half
already.
through the week. We are on hump day. That is just, that's just our middle of the anchor, a middle of week anchor for us, right? It says, let's go. We're here. Let's get it through the rest of the week. Oh, I love
That's
that
so true.
image,
That's so
American.
true.
That is amazing. We might have to figure out some way how to throw that into our lives from here
We
on out.
do need to be able to do that. Maybe like put a little, because I know we can add something like right now when we're talking in the live thing, we can do like, let's see, something like
Oh, we can add images.
that, right? And we could put it behind me or something. Let's see. That maybe
I don't
not.
know. Let's see that one. Well, that's the way we normally are, right?
I don't know. We'll have to check that out.
Hmm.
Like if we have it default and you can see it behind us as little as you can make
Mhm.
us or something. I don't know.
Yeah. We'll play with that. Maybe next time will have that figured out for next time. But today's midweek.
We're
Let's see.
like over here moving the screen around and stuff. They have no idea what we're doing over at Glad. We're like, we don't see anything different.
We're just trying to figure it all out. Guys, just do a little midweek check-in. How are you today? How have you been so far this week? It's midweek. Give us a little check-in. How are y'all doing? Throw it in the comments. Tell us hello. Remember, like, love, share, ring the notification bell. Make sure everyone knows that we are here. And today is a lot about compassion, awareness. We always like to bring these in: justice and joy, right? And it's a good blend,
Joy.
big good blend of the heart. We always like to add these things in
Joy.
there and make sure that we throw in that information about compassion and awareness, right? We always try to add these in there. So guys, y'all just Hold on for the ride.
That's why we're making that awareness so you can have compassion for other people besides just yourself. Now, again, you can't pour from an empty cup, but
Right.
some people just be pouring in their own. And that's not the way we roll. We roll. This is
Right.
the way we. Today is Human Rights Day. Human rights. Not this person matters. Not that person's matter. Not these people matter. We all matter. This should be every day.
I
This
know.
is a global observance.
Mm-hmm. And it honors the adoption of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights in 1948. It was the first global statement recognizing that every human deserves dignity, freedom, and equality. Celebrated worldwide with events that highlight justice, inclusion, and global responsibility.
Responsibility. I love that word. I always say that. That's why I'm out here raising awareness. That's where you're out here raising awareness because we feel a responsibility. And you are responsible. You're responsible for yourself and the people around you. Not to the extent where folks just get to laze around, but a responsibility to call people out, even.
That's right.
You know, I mean, we live in a time right now, and I don't mean call people out, stab them. I don't mean that either.
Oh, yeah.
Because folks are out here wilding because somebody says something icky to you. They're just words, yo. You're trying to take a whole human life, maybe punch their lights out. I don't know, but stabbing is not. I'm not advocating any violence, but I mean, yeah, there's a certain point where somebody can say something to you, and it's provocation, but not
That's right.
provocation to kill. You guys,
See
come on now.
something, say something. I love that. You see
I
something,
say it all the time. See something, say
right,
something,
you
do
have
something.
those ways to do it. And it's not just like he said, see something, say something. It's not just speaking up to someone, it's speaking up for someone.
Yep.
You can help advocate for someone, and you could probably, if you're behind them, you can give them that strength that they need to be able to stand up for themselves too. So remember that. What does human dignity mean to you in everyday life? Wow, that's a deep one.
I mean, there's so many things here, and it's definitely not what we're seeing in plethora out on the streets for sure. So you were born with the right to be treated decently, but you were also born with the right to have a free will of how you act. So
Absolutely.
again, becoming self-aware kind of cuts out some of this riffraff. Like maybe don't provoke someone.
Yep.
You
That's
know.
right. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for joining in. We have
Thank you,
several people
listeners.
joining us on Facebook, YouTube.
I know we're worldwide. Look at our numbers
I
increasing.
know they're growing every time that we look at it. They're growing. It's so great too, right? All the wonderful things that we're going through. Okay, now I think this one's cool. The Dewey Decimal
Yeah,
System.
but do they even use this anymore? Does it? Hang on, I've got to see.
Well, I feel like libraries still do use it. Right now, I don't know with all the digital age and stuff like that, but I would say they do.
Look at my face from that. Good Lord, y'all have to pardon me.
So this
Holy
is
cannoli.
honoring library innovation. It's celebrated on, I'm going to try to say this right, Melville Dewey's birthday, born in 1851. He was the creator of the Dewey Decimal Classification.
Does everybody know what the Dewey Decimal System even is? I just want to know because it seems like we are so hell bent on teaching weird narratives in school. Do we know what that is? Does everybody know? Do we know if our kids know what the Dewey Decimal System is?
Probably not.
About alphabetical order, numerical order, those kinds of things. Like,
Probably
do we know what that is? It says today millions of libraries worldwide still use it, or variations of it. I'd like to see what a variation of that would be. Like, how do you make a variety of that? It's numbers. It's just plain and simple, right? This comes before this, and it goes per let. I don't know. I just don't see how it could be. I don't know. I digress.
It's a big change though. Like, you think going from all of our books was inside a building, right? They had to find those ways to organize things. And now it's so digitized.
Yeah, it's like, does anybody go to the library?
I don't know. I love the
Probably Gen X. Yeah, us.
I love the library, but I also love the options that they have for digital forms of things too. Like you can rent books in digital form through the library online.
I
You
know that.
can you can rent college courses, free college courses. You can
Wow.
do those digitally through the library. Now, do those use the Dewey Decimal System? I don't know. They
Why
might.
not?
I mean, they may have some sort of Dewey Decimal System through the virtual settings of keeping everything organized. You got to be able to do it somehow, right?
Right.
I guess.
Which
So,
I would think like virtually you would have like categories, like you'd have different, sci-fi, nonfiction, fiction, and then you'd go to those therein and be like A and B, C, D, you know what I mean? So I guess that would be a variation of a Dewey Decimal System
yeah,
digitally.
yeah,
And that would make it easier to find or just go into the search bar. That's the thing is we have a search bar now.
yeah.
So finding things in numerical or I should say chronological order or numerical order or alphabetical order is irrelevant with that search bar because you can just type in what you want.
Yep.
What's up, Dana? Thank you for coming in. Let's go. Oh, it's
Yeah,
Dan and Linda.
Dan and Linda. Um, yeah. So, think about it though. If you look at a digital version of it, they always have the alphabet there. Like you can choose, is it something that is with the letter A? And then it gives you a list of all the things
Right,
in that
right.
alphabetical order. So I guess that they still do use that. So that would be the variation of it, right? So this was introduced in 1876 and it revolutionized libraries by making books easier to find. And
Absolutely. I
I
mean, can you
remember,
imagine the chaos before or the chaos when you put the books in the wrong place? Good God.
oh, I remember that. I remember those things because I used to volunteer.
Or when you get in detention, she says volunteer, and I'm like, when you get in detention, you have to go in there and sort that crap.
I
Yeah,
volunteered as a
grit and glitter,
librarian.
and it's opposite sometimes.
And that was one thing that you got to do was you got to go put all the books away and you would learn where everything was. I remember doing that in elementary school. I was in fifth grade.
Well, yeah, I could say that I've done that when I was a kid, a little kid, but I could also say that I've done it not willingly as well. Been on both sides, been on both sides. But now I would do it willingly because, like we say, you get lost in those books. And that's one of my favorite things to do when I go out of town now is go into a real bookstore and walk around. There's some beautiful bookstores on Cape Cod. If you guys ever get out there, it is absolutely incredible. Some of those bookstores go in, some of them are, excuse me, I'm sick,
It's okay.
several stories tall, have a basement. They are so neat to go into. And I love that. So I would like to keep that alive with my child. Yeah, it's cool that we have these digital things, but to have your hands on a real book, like if the snow is here, if you have no electricity, we had Snowmageddon here a few years ago in Texas. We were shut down for a week. It's nice
Yeah.
to have those tangible copies of things. You can
Yep.
still live life without the digital age. So very much in love with that. And you know what else today is? We had National or International Human Rights Day, but today is also International Animal Rights Day. So everybody's got like a right to party here on planet Earth today.
Yeah,
Just saying.
absolutely.
This was launched in 1998 by Britain's animal rights movement. I love that came from Britain. I'd love to see Britain, the UK all get back to their roots. This
Mhm.
is what we're talking about when you talk about tradition and culture. This also highlights the idea that animals deserve freedom from suffering and from exploitation. Do y'all know what it means to exploit an animal? Do you know what it means to exploit a human? These are days that stand up for those against that kind of play when we're talking about animals and people. You
Mhm.
can absolutely see animals have feelings just like a human. They hurt, they cry, they get in pain.
They
Not
mourn,
cool.
they cry, they hurt just like we
They
do.
absolutely mourn.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This definitely encourages that humane treatment, right? The ethical choices that we need to make and the awareness of the animal welfare worldwide. Now, there is a large amount of need for shelter, for homes, for placement, for these
Compassion from
animals.
us. That has to come from us, you guys.
Yes, it does.
Overrun and people that are breeding, no offense, I'm sorry. I'm not huge on the breeding thing.
Mhm.
There are so many. If we could do like if you're breeding and also spaying, like we got our dog because it was spayed. Pay attention to that stuff. If you guys have animals, you're getting an animal because oh they're cute, but there's a responsibility. We talk about a global responsibility when you have overrun pet populations. They
Yep.
are starving in the street,
Yeah.
just like a freaking child, an elderly, or yourself. That is not a fate that I want to be responsible for.
Yeah.
Love the artwork today. E
I
always
know.
on point with the artwork.
Yeah, I told him that we're gonna have to figure it out so we can start putting his artwork over here so Facebook and YouTube can see it too.
I mean, he's always welcome to be up in the box, Denise. He could
Yeah,
be in the middle of us. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
we can always do that. Make him just
Absolutely.
the warrior's journey if he's interested in being a part of that. And you know, another thing to think about is like you think about all these animals after storms, after fires, after all those things, and then they've lost their homes and maybe they've lost their families, you know, and things like that. So, and then they're scared.
Displaced.
They're
Their whole ecosystem has been eroded at that point.
Yeah.
When you're talking about these huge natural devastations, floodings, fires, tornadoes, all of these different things that happen, some of which we have control of and some we don't. But what we do have control over is our pet population that's under our regime. And we also have control over how we treat pets when we come in contact with them in the street.
Yep.
Instead of being cruel, you can always put out, people say they put out in the end of their yards or the end of their streets, they'll put out food and water for these animals. And there are people that have turkeys running around and deer in their neighborhood. And that is awesome to coexist with something that quite literally came here before us.
That's right. We definitely do that. We have deer, we have raccoons that just hang out in the back. We have a fenced off backyard, but there's like this big wooded area behind us, and we leave them alone. I like to see them. I love to watch the mamas and the babies go back behind the house, and I just think it's sweet that they're together, right? They haven't lost that. Which, you know what, brings us to today is also Holiday Food Drive for Needy Animals Day. This encourages the support for shelters through food donations during the holidays. I know that there are a lot of people, a lot of stores that offer these. They have these pet drives. I know I have two pet stores right up the road from me, and that's what they do. So if you walk in and you are going to, you got a stray cat that hangs out, at your back door, and just give them a little food. They're probably hungry. They just probably need a little something, just a little love. So these these pet stores, they have these boxes that usually sit at the door, and you can just, as you're checking out, buying whatever it is you're doing for your pet, maybe get them a can of food, maybe get them a little bag of food. That way all of these shelters and things like that, they get that food. And winter is the toughest time for shelters. It's the highest intakes with the lowest donations. So guys, even if it's just a little bag of food, it does make a difference. Remember that.
I didn't even think about that. And I want to do that this year in honor of my Weesh. Oh, Weesh, Mama misses you, Weesh. I lost my doggy and I love my new doggy. She's so cute and I love her. She chews stuff up, but I love her very, very much. She's very cute. And I do want to do something like that because I'm always thinking about things like that when I have her inside and I wake up in the middle of the night in a panic thinking, oh, I left her outside. You know what I mean? Like stupid stuff like that. I do that all night long with my daughter, with my dog. I'm checking on my family. Just know I get up like 8 times a night, y'all. This is why I have to take a nap during the day because your girl never rests. I'm always worried about everything shit that's out of my control, right?
Yeah.
But these are ways that I can kind of ease my mind and feel like I'm doing something momentous.
Yep. Yep.
And that ripple effect when we're talking about it with y'all is not for recognition, but for inspiration.
That's right. That's right. And just make those actionable movements, right? Be focused in the actions that you make just like this doing the donations for the food drive. I go every year, this is what we taught our kids growing up was when we do Christmas, we always, and this is getting a little bit off of the animal, but you could do this for animals. So for my kids, when they
Right.
were growing up, they always got something that they wanted, something that they needed, but we always gave back. I always taught them that it was very important to give back. So we would always pull off an animal, off of an angel tree. It could be an animal angel tree, right?
Right.
And yes, it's good to do it for humans too, but you could do, if you choose to do it for animals, do it for animals this year.
That's a great idea too.
I love doing that, Jarita. Those are types of things that I always did with my kids every year, and they loved it. My daughter's even talking about picking up the habit. You know, she's like, I'm going to start doing that this year, Mom. I think it's very important. So as they grow up, the kids will start learning to do that as well.
Well, we used to do before my cancer every Christmas. We used to do touch your tits and your bits.
That's right. Touch them, guys.
We used to get for local. I have plenty of people that I knew that did not have for their children, and it never bothered me. People would say, "Oh, their family does drugs," blah blah blah. Well, that's not the freaking kid's fault, and they still deserve a Christmas like that to me in my heart. So I have done multiple drives before in my spaces, especially locally, to get items. I've had videos, and again, not to show off, but to inspire. I couldn't have done that myself. I couldn't do any of that by myself. That wasn't for me to show off. That was for me to be like, you know what? This is from everybody seeing my stuff in my community. They brought it here. I'm gonna divvy it out. I mean, I helped a family of 6 before, and it wasn't me by myself because all I did was say something and provide a spot for everybody to drop everything off. I know in my towns that I live in, there are people here that have big shelves and refrigerators in their front yard you can go to right now and either stock or pull from. Everyone can do that. You can, like I said earlier, with the dogs, everyone can do that.
Yep.
So I love this. I'm absolutely so inspired by it. It's been a long time since I've been able to do anything like that for someone else because, again, you can't pour from an empty cup. Don't
Right.
think that right now, if you're having to take from people, that there's something wrong with that. If you are in need, take the help,
Yep.
fill your cup. And then when it starts overflowing, then you can start filling other people.
You know, another way to look at that, Jarita, is allowing that, and this is something that I've had conversations with other friends because I've had a hard time taking the help. And then one of our mutual friends has always said, but you have to think about what it does for that person.
Right.
That person, it might be filling
Advocacy
their
is my
cup.
biggest tool.
It might be helping
Advocacy is my
them
biggest tool. It
to be able
is.
to help you, right? So it's not
Exactly.
just helping you, it's helping them to be able to help you. So look
I
at it
agree.
that way, rather than thinking of it as a handout or a unknown gesture, right? Look at it as you're giving them the opportunity to help you. You
You know
know,
who seemed real helpful? Magnum PI was real helpful.
no.
Love me some. Write something in the comments if you know Gen X. Let's go. Who Magnum freaking PI is? I love me some Magnum PI. This is for tomorrow, December 11th, is Magnum PI Day. And it's started in 1980. Look at that. Look at that artwork. Let's go. Tom Selleck was the man. And that was awesome. I love Magnum PI and I love Knight Rider. Two of my favorite shows back in the day. So were you a Magnum PI fan?
I was. What about you guys?
My mom was definitely.
I loved how he always did the thing with his eyes. It was the best, right?
Oh, I bet my mom loved that too. I love you, Mom. That mustache. That sweeper mustache. Here we go.
Apollo and Zeus.
What's up? Go Saints. That's so awesome. I love it. So I want to say, I would say that this was the only acceptable being ever in men's short shorts.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Like but I mean it was definitely based in Hawaii. So everybody wore shorts, but he just wore them short.
Very well.
And
I
he
wasn't
wore
even
them-
attracted to him then, but I remember he did not look dumb in those shorts.
No, he didn't. He made those shorts. Those shorts were nothing.
That's
until-
why they were probably popular, because of him. Damn you! Not everybody can pull that off, Tom. Why would you do that to us? Oh, MacGyver was my favorite, though. Yes, big. MacGyver says I preferred MacGyver over PI. MacGyver was the man. I still talk about my MacGyverisms. I refer to that probably on a weekly basis. MacGyver the dude. But that is not MacGyver Day, which, hang on. What day is MacGyver Day?
Ooh, we might find this out right
Shots
now
fired.
when we're live. So, his mustache, it was definitely, it had its own fan base. His
I'm
mustache,
telling you, and those shorts, along with those shorts, girl.
along with those shorts, but it made him. It made the whole show. It was based in Hawaii, so of course you see all. If you guys are seeing all of the things over here that we're seeing on the pictures, you see that everybody's
Okay.
in the Hawaiian shirts. It was based. It was Hawaiian. It was humorous,
Cool.
right? And it was fun, right? And then, of course, yes, Apollo and Zeus, the two Dobermans that belonged to Higgins, they were,
Fucking
wasn't
Higgins.
he like, not that he was afraid of them, but he was just like, let's be cautious here. I mean, I kind of felt like that. But I don't know. Maybe it was just me, but were you a Magnum PI fan? I know. I mean, you said you didn't know much about it, but I mean,
No, I watched Magnum PI. I just was a little girl, so I wasn't like attracted to him or anything. You know
yeah,
what I mean? It was just like cool, like Knight Rider. You know, I was like, ooh,
yeah,
I want to be a chick like that when I grow up. I want to be,
right,
a little badass, a little baddie like that. I want to be able to
right.
do all that stuff. And same with
Exactly.
MacGyver. I wanted to fandangle the world, take over the world. The one Lamborghini, one Corvette, and whatever the hell that is he's driving at a time.
Whatever he's driving, whatever he was driving was the perfect vehicle. That was everybody wanted those, and they got very popular for that too. There was a lot of things that he made popular.
Yeah, a lot of cringe things. I love y'all, but he is the only one that can pull off that stuff. Okay, y'all.
Go
Just
try it at
stop.
home.
Just
Do not
stop.
try
Just
this
stop.
at home, people. Do not try it at home.
All right. So tomorrow is also UNICEF's birthday. UNICEF was created. I did not know this was created so long ago. I thought this was a newer thing. In 1946 to help children after World War II.
Yep.
Did y'all know that? And today it's operating in over 190 countries. Again, talking about providing food. Food, man. We can't do anything without filling
Right.
ourselves. Education, healthcare, and emergency response. I talk about Mumsy's children over on I know her. I know her. She's not lying when she shows you this footage. It's not AI. Talking about going into like shelters that are literally just like a hay type deal with some um weird stucco in between, stone type structures, no windows, no doors, just openings, and Ferrari. There you go. I couldn't think of the word. I was like Lamborghini.
Yeah.
It's like that. Thank you very much, Saints. But I just think about that is a real thing in the multitude of the world right now, you guys.
It is.
This is privilege.
Yeah.
This is privilege. Anybody that thinks they don't have privilege that even has a cell phone in their hand is delulu.
That's right. That's right.
Delulu.
I
This remains still the world's largest humanitarian organization focused solely on child welfare. Did y'all know that?
Yeah.
This was for
Do you
the
remember getting the boxes before you went home for Christmas holidays?
I
That's
think
what we
so,
did.
actually.
It was the little bitty
Yeah.
box. We had UNICEF on the box, and I can't
Yeah.
remember him like the first day of December or like right around there, and then you got to take it home over the holiday, and then you turned it in.
I do
Throughout-
remember that. That's insane.
Yeah,
That's insane. They
I
were like a
remember
little
that.
small rectangle box. That's crazy.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah,
I
well,
anything for the children, everything to me is, and that's why I resonate so much with ANN is all roads lead to the children, anything helping the children, because I believe the children are our future. And they are.
sure. That's right.
That's not something we made up. Like we used to be the future. We are messing up. We need to be aware. We need to take the accountability, and then we need to be rebuilding so we can have this place inspired for children to be taking on our Christmas traditions or
Right.
doing the donations or whatever it is that you are involved in that your children are going to take on from you. What is it going to be? Is it going to be a life of entitlement, of threatening, or is it going to be a life of value and responsibility and respect? What
Compassion.
cause or charity do you like? What you said you love the angel tree and things like that. What about you guys? Is there some
Do.
place that what's up, Gavin? Is there some place that you guys like to do charity works? I know that one of the girls in here, I believe it's Martha, does the soup kitchen kind of thing. I believe she's the one that does that at Christmas, and there's so many.
There's so many options to do that too, especially during the holiday season. You have, especially in the, let's say in the winter months, not just the holiday season, right?
Right. And it's
Because that's when
cold.
temperatures get cold. The churches, they offer openings. The shelters, they offer openings for these freezing temperatures, and they offer those soup kitchens for people. So if you can, get out there and donate your time. It costs nothing to donate your time. If you have a few,
Absolutely.
even a couple of hours, if you could donate a couple of hours to them, I know that they would be 100%.
Or even food, even
Yep.
providing those foods, or maybe talking to your child's teacher saying, hey, you don't have to give me names, but you know who might be in need. Can you tell me boy, girl, and what they need? There's so many, so
Yep.
many things you can do in your local community if you don't have an angel tree or don't believe in the angel tree or whatever the case may
Yeah. Yeah.
be.
Well,
And
and
I
there's
want to encourage you guys to do these things because
yeah.
it is bringing a responsibility,
Mhm.
and that it's like a manifestation with movement. You are literally changing the world. If
Yeah.
all 46 of us that are in these rooms right now went out and did this, 46 other people might see you do this and be inspired to do the same. It's not to brag. I'm not going up to people going, I'm going to give you this money and blah, 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 blah. It's, hey, look at this fruition of what we did. Hey, we're going to go give these people because you gave me this money. I was able to go buy 10 meals today, or like Shanko in A&N in the mornings, he goes and feeds the people, and he's in different cities and he's doing these things. And there
Yeah.
are so many of you, and there could be so many more. Again, if you can't, like, I can't feature us going, I don't think you can take a 7-year-old into a soup kitchen, but I bet you $1 million I could donate toward it.
Mm-hmm.
I could help clean up something.
Yep. Yeah.
I'll donate toward it all day long.
Oh, and there's a
All
lot
day long.
of them too, though, that if it's done through like a church or like a civic center or something like that, like an open area, sometimes they will because they have multiple different things. I know that right around Christmas, we have a local church that's right up the road here, and that's what they do is they do like a Christmas thing for these
Love
families
that.
that have nothing, and they open up, people donate toys, clothes, and all of the things, and then they get to go in there and use money to buy things. Like if they're underprivileged and they can't do or can't afford for their own children, they do this, they offer this, and they give them like it's like money that they get to use and spend to buy these things that have
That's
been
cool.
donated and go for that. So and they allow that, I know that they allow kids to come in there.
Right.
Me and Taylor used to do that together. That was something that we
Yeah,
did
church
together.
is a little bit different. There's no holds barred. You can't come into a church and be dictating anything. And you shouldn't be
Right.
able to. It's
That's
funny you say that, Junior. I don't know if you were in here to hear that today is holiday food drive for
right.
needy animals. And
Right.
again, I think I'm going to call up the shelters that we got our doggy from. And then there's a local one as well, that's in the same town, which, there's a lot of towns where I live. I live in suburbia, Dallas. Excuse me, guys. I'm so sick. But that is the thing, right? I that I spend a lot of money on my dog for. Probably the most money is the food. So I again am
Mhm.
so inspired. I hope you guys are. Come back and let us know if you found a way to do this or found something new that you didn't know about, or were inspired to do something like this. Come back and let us know. We would love to hear about it. We would love to know just that this is causing some kind of ripple of greatness. And stick
Right.
around at the end. We are going to have Denise's beautiful mantra. We're going to practice our grateful breathing. And I will see you guys on Friday at 4 p.m. Create your best day.
Have a great day, guys. Remember, we will see you guys on Friday. See ya. Tonight, the pace softens. Breath comes before choices. Truth, dignity, and compassion are honored in every direction. Kindness is extended where it can land and lift. The path continues forward, grounded, aware, and connected with purpose and peace.
From limitations to liberation, we are a warrior's journey. Different battles,